Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And if you've been a follower of the channel, you know each and every Thursday I like to do something called Is He a Hall of Famer, where I take a look at a professional athlete, look at how their career went, decide if they belong in their sports Hall of Fame. These guys are usually seen, maybe on the fence. They're not surefire Hall of Famers. But I give my final verdict, and as always, I like to hear from you guys in the comments whether you believe this guy should be in. Start off by doing players whose careers recently ended or they're towards the end of their career. Transition more into guys who have been retired for some time, have been eligible for their Sports Hall of Fame, but have yet to make it. I realize I haven't done a hockey player yet, so that's what I am going to do today. So the 24th episode of Is He a Hall of Famer is right winger Alexander Mogilny. Now, the Hockey Hall of Fame announced their class of 2023 about a month ago. Alexander Mogilny was not included on there. Mogilny was a 5th round, 89th overall pick by the Sabres in the 1988 NHL draft. Definitely showed some great bravery as he was one of the first to defect from the Soviet Union. Mogilny played 6 seasons with the Sabres from 1989-90 until 94-95, when he joined the Vancouver Canucks for the 95-96 season. Played 5 seasons for them, 47 games in 99-2000 before he was traded to the Devils. Played 12 games for him that season, 75 the next. From 2001-02 to 2003-04, 3 seasons he played with the Maple Leafs. 2004-05 was the lockout. 2005-06, his final season, was back with the New Jersey Devils. Let's take a look at his hockey reference page to look at his career numbers. So Mogilny, 990 career games, 473 goals, 559 assists for 1,032 points, was a plus 81. So a little over 1 point a game for his career. Let's take a look at his season-by-season numbers, including one magical season he had. That came in the 92-93 season, where he scored 76 goals. Incredible. There's only been 6 players in NHL history to score 75 goals in a season. Those are Phil Esposito, Teemu Selanne, Brett Hull, Wayne Gretzky, and Mario Lemieux. All 5 were basically no doubt Hall of Famers. Yet Mogilny has yet to make it. While he never reached those heights again, 76 goals. I mean, it's not like he wasn't a goal scorer at all other than that. As you see, he had 55 in the 95-96 season, had 43 with the Devils in 2001 season, and he had another 5 seasons with at least 30 goals in his career. Mogilny was twice named to the NHL's second All-Star team in those high goal scoring seasons, 92-93 and 95-96. Somehow he didn't receive any Hart Trophy votes in his 76 goal season, but he did finish 18th in the 95-96 season. In 2002-03 season, he was named the Lady Byng Trophy winner. Such a gentleman. So also had a successful postseason career due to winning a Stanley Cup. He did so with the Devils in that 99-2000 season. Little surprised that he only had 4 goals in 23 games during that postseason, but definitely still was an important player for that Devils Stanley Cup winning team. They also made the Stanley Cup the following season. He was more productive in that postseason, but 18 hat tricks in his career, as you see. Otherwise, so Hockey Reference likes doing similarity scores. It's by their adjusted point shares, which is kind of an analytics term in hockey. So if we take a look at career players he's most similar to, and you see all the asterisk guys, they're in the Hall of Fame. So Paul Correa, Hall of Famer. Yari Curry, Hall of Famer. Brian Trottier, Hall of Famer. Zach Parise, great player. Corey Perry, great player. Marian Gaborik, great player. Claude Giroux, great player. Not sure any of them are going to make the Hall of Fame, but Henrik and Daniel Sedin, Hall of Famer, Sergei Fedorov, Hall of Famer. So the three guys he is most similar to, according to Hockey Reference, are all Hall of Famers, and they were basically all no doubt Hall of Famers. So look, all time. So he didn't play maybe as many career games as some of the guys atop the career goals leaders. A little less than 1,000, but he is 55th all time with his 473 goals and 83rd all time with his 1,032 points. 17 hat tricks. One was in the postseason. I said 18. 28th all time in NHL history. His .48 goals per game are 38th NHL history. His 1.04 points are 48th in NHL history. Career offensive point shares 94.3, 54th. So, definitely was a stellar offensive player throughout his time. And was a super fun guy to watch. Let's be honest, a lot of his career came in my childhood and definitely was one of the guys I most loved watching. So this is via The Score. It was written last year by Josh Goldsmith. The Hall of Fame's perpetual rejection of Alexander Mogilny must be rectified. So it mentions how this was last year. He was snubbed for the 13th consecutive year, make it 14, since he wasn't inducted in the class of 2023. So goes on to mention, so here are his stats compared to some of the recent enshrined forwards. So you see he beats them all in both points per game and goals per game for his career. Guy Carbonneau seen as one of the most questionable Hall of Fame choices. He made it in 2019. He was a 3-time Selke Trophy winner, but as you could see, he put up better numbers. At least, of course, that doesn't tell the whole picture, but Martin St. Louis did win a Hart Trophy. Mogilny never came close for some reason. I think he should have gotten some more votes in other seasons. But mentions how, yes, he was the first player ever to defect from the Soviet Union to the NHL, risking his life to join the Buffalo Sabres as a 20-year-old in 1989. I've mentioned his 76 goal and 55 goal seasons. Both of those he finished triple digit in points. So we also led the New Jersey Devils with 43 goals at 31 years old in 2000-2001. So the leading goal scorer on a team that made the Stanley Cup Finals. And paced the Toronto Maple Leafs with 79 points at age 33 in 2002-03. So still was a mighty productive player towards the end of his career. He did have some hip ailments, which caused him to miss some games, but was still productive. Only Peter Forsberg, Eric Lindros, Pavel Bure, and Jaromir Jagr finished with a higher points per game rate than Mogilny since he retired in 2007. Goals per game rate superior to Solani, Steve Yzerman, and Joe Sakic. Goal total greater than Pat LaFontaine, Peter Stastny, and Pavel Bure. Mentions that he won a gold medal in the Olympic Games, World Championship. So he won the gold medal with USSR in 1988, World Championship gold medal in 1989 with USSR, and of course the Stanley Cup in 2000. First Russian to be named captain of an NHL club when the Sabres gave him that in 93-94. 6-time NHL All-Star. So, I saw this in a couple things. So the Buffalo News, Mike Harrington says, well, partially why he believes he may not be enshrined yet. It's because there's a feeling Mogilny won't participate in any of the induction activities. He didn't come to Buffalo in 2016 for the Greater Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame ceremony. It's how he rolls. He also did not show up to the NHL award ceremony when he won that Lady Byng trophy in 2004. So, yes, that could partially be a reason why he hasn't been enshrined. I think that's kind of a silly reason, though. If a guy's deserving, you can't really worry about that till the time comes. You just put him in. The Athletic, I believe maybe a year ago, did their top 100 players in the post expansion era. So from 1967 on, they had Mogilny as the 89th best player since then. I believe he is the highest guy on here that has not been inducted to the Hall of Fame and has been eligible. So, my thoughts, does Alexander Mogilny belong in the Hall of Fame? I absolutely do believe so. Mogilny, one of the most explosive offensive players I remember from my childhood. Yes, he never was able to duplicate that 92-93 season, but scoring did start going down as he went later into his career. And again, he just so influential, becoming the first guy to defect from the Soviet Union. But I think even numbers wise, he's definitely deserving. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think Alexander Mogilny should be enshrined in the Hockey Hall of Fame? Stay tuned for next Thursday when I look at another professional athlete's Hall of Fame case. As always, you could write in the comments someone you would like to see me do. It doesn't have to be NHL. I do NBA, NFL, MLB as well. I kind of have an idea of who I'm going to do next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.